Os.
Kyokushin Karate is
Your name, tell us who you are.
My name is Bola Arilesere, Adebola Arilesere. I am second dan Kyokushin Karate licensed by International Budokai Union Kyodokyokushin.
You are what rank?
Second dan,
Alright.
Nidan.
Alright.
So, Kyokushin Karate is primarily karate. However, selling it to the public, I will come from about 3 or 4 angles. Number one is asking the question, do you really want to save your life? Do you really want to be sure you can do these things? If the answer is yes, Kyokushin is for you. The second side is that look around the world and look at the notable people who have done this Kyokushin Kai. Look at the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin. Look at one of the best actors to grace the planet, Sean Connery. Look at one of the best actors alive today, Michael J. White. These are people who practice Kyokushin Kai, and there's many more, and they do it. Look at Dolph Lundgren, who is an MIT graduate, by all means, one of the best schools in the world. He does Kyokushin, and he uses it even in his movies. Look around the world. The best of the people do Kyokushin Kai. So if you really want to be among these best of people, then Kyokushin Kai is for you. Thirdly, Kyokushin Kai helps you eliminate baseless fears. You think you can't do stuff, you think you're afraid of stuff, you think some things are insurmountable, but with Kyokushin Kai, those things start to happen. You start to lose those fears small by small. In spite of the fears, you go ahead and you do it anyways. So I think those are areas from which I would come and introduce Kyokushin Kai as special selling points over and above other styles of martial arts.
So you think Kyokushin is safe for children?
I don't think, I'm sure it is safe for children if well supervised.
How do you mean if we're supervised?
Because my son trains Kyokushin Kai and I supervise him. And many children train Kyokushin Kai, I supervise them, and we train them and we grade them. So it is in fact safe for children as long as they are not left unguarded.
Okay, so what you're telling us now is that Kyokushin can be very dangerous to the children.
It can be dangerous if left unguarded, if left unsupervised, yes.
So why now teach it to them? When you know children are very funny, they can play when you're not there.
Well, it brings to test the quality of the instructor. You teach them two things are key, two things are important. You teach them according to their age. You don't give them what is beyond their comprehension. That's number one. Number two is that even what you're giving them, you need to guide them in its usage, and you need to set penalties for them should they use it inappropriately. And if one person uses it, you make him an example to teach others not to do the wrong thing with it.
All right, thank you.
Us?
Yes, who are you?
Us.
I'm
Senpai Hassan Colley, second dan International Budokai Union Kyodokyokushin licensed instructor.
Okay. Why do you think the public should enroll themselves or their children into Kyokushin?
Okay, I'll start with this. The kind of respect that the SEALs, American SEALs, get from other militaries like the Air Force, Navy, stuff like that, can be likened to the kind of respect, the kind of regard you get by practicing Kyokushin. Other martial arts, when they see that you practice Kyokushin, they are like, no, you're on a special level. They see that it's well known that what you can do, they can match up to it. So that's number one. It has by quality, like I said earlier, is the strongest karate in the world. It's adjudged the strongest. So when you are practicing Kyokushin, whoever sees you knows that indeed you are very strong and you're not to be toyed with. So that's one. And number two, the moment you practice Kyokushin, you have families resident all over the world. So you become a member of a large family. For instance, I've been here in Nigeria. Somebody came from, where's that country? That lady that came to our dojo? Uganda. Somebody came from Uganda and she looked around and tried to find their family like your Kyokushin practitioners in Nigeria. And they came to us, came to me in person, and we brought her to the club. And she was happy that she could, feel that join that family. Yeah, she has membership, even in Nigeria, all over the world. So this is the same thing. And also you get to practice in world tournaments where if you can become a world champion. So that's another aspect. Also another aspect is it helps in 5 different areas. Your body. Your body will be fit. You'll be able to carry it in whatever form. I demonstrated earlier some very bad, nasty kicks that Kyokushin you can only find in Kyokushin. So for you to be able to turn your body in those dimensions, it shows that you have full control over your body. So you get to get that from practicing Kyokushin. Also, another is mind. For weaker minds, people that have very weak minds, when it comes to standing for yourself, when it comes to, a point where you need to stand your ground, Kyokushin helps you to build that mind, that strong mindset that you'll be able to stand for yourself. I'll give an instance. From lessons learned when practicing Temashiwari, for instance, when you break, that mind, that toughness that it takes to break, you can actually use it either consciously or subconsciously when you're faced with an emergency. So in that way it helps you. Also health-wise, if you're practicing Kyokushin, in fact it is recommended by doctors worldwide that you should practice karate, especially when you practice Kyokushin. You enjoy your health. You won't be running to the hospital every now and then. And then the zanshi, the focus, your spirit, it gives you good spirit for you to be able to stand, when you're doing something in concert with others, you have the spirit, the good attitude, that leadership spirit, Kyokushin will imbibe it in you. And physically, anybody that sees you, you're always lovely to look at. Anybody that sees you, you're a Kyokushin practitioner, there is respect all over the world for you. There is respect all over the world. And the ranking is something very, very, very unique. Like, for instance, in my rank under IBUK, I have other world practitioners that are either above or below me, but it's actually based on when you get your rank. So it's overwhelming for you to know that okay, this is where you stand in the world. So you have all that in Kyokushin by practicing Kyokushin. So there are a lot.
You said you're going to name 5 things that benefit Kyokushin.
Yes, I named body, mind, spirit, health, and focus, danshi. Well, and self-defense.
So meaning that we can't use it to defend ourselves.
No, I just mentioned it now. Self-defense was an oversight.
So are you saying you can recommend it to schools, private bodies,
very well,
federal government or state government, or
very well. I can tell you for a fact that there are countries of the world that their military practices Kyokushin.
Name few.
My brother mentioned Russia, even this North Korea, and some other countries like that, top world countries. When you see that this is anything Kyokushin is at the top. So countries that that their military does this, you can't rank them anything less in the world ranking. They are always at the top. So that's what Kyokushin gives you. Also, any organization, security outfit that practices Kyokushin will definitely be at the top as well. Because the things you can do, not everybody can do that. And also for children, if you imbibe this in them right from a young age, you bring them along and they grow in this, their future is secured. They can stand for themselves anytime, they can stand for the truth without being afraid, and they can really, really move mountains when it comes to achieving things because they won't be afraid. They will be able to stand their ground when they need to, and they will be able to surmount any pressure that that they are being faced with without any iota of fear. They are able to accomplish a lot. So I recommend it to schools, to countries, to organizations, and then to the children and parents most especially.
Thank you. All right. Sell Kyokushin to us. Why do you think the public should join Kyokushin?
Kyokushin, it helps health. In terms of health, it helps blood pressure. It helps children to have self-defense. It helps well-disciplined. It improve. It improve. It improve.
Is there a way you can speak French, Yoruba, Hausa, what other language that you're comfortable with?
Let me see. Okay.
Or Brooklyn, anyone?
Okay. It improve our body structure. It improve the strength and speed limits. Speed limits. It improve.
All right, thank you. Did I get the face?
No, very small. Small.
Too much inside. A little back, just better.
All right. So, from Senpai Hussein, would advise that you develop more confidence in yourself. You need to try to believe in yourself. You have everything it takes. You've been an instructor for quite some time now, for ages. For years you've been teaching. So there are so many things you want to express, you want to say, but you're not finding the right words to use. And this is why we are advising you that, look, choose any language that you want. Say it in whatever language that you're confident, that you are comfortable with. Do not go with the crowd. That is why you see Kyokushin is standing out of the crowd. You stand out. And it's called the strongest karate because he chooses Kyokushin. The founder of Kyokushin chooses not to follow every other style of karate. Every other style believe in partial contact. They train very hard. They train like Gojo-ryu and Wado-ryu. Train very hard. In fact, they train their body so hard. But when it comes to competitions, they do partial contact. It's only Kyokushin that train hard when it comes to training, and when it comes to competition, they hit hard. So please take that to note. And like we said, we started with teaching, and we'll check the rest of uh, your teaching ability from other schools. So next person is Adebola Arilesere Senpai.
Us.
Yes, here, overconfident. You need to relax. Because sometimes overconfidence can fail someone. Relax. Think over it. Be sure that what you want to say is the right thing. Just be sure, you know. And I've learned over the years that even when they know, you see them slow to talk. Like for example, somebody want to tell you, you ask, what can we do to solve this problem? He knows what he can say, but he takes his time to say it. So it's important. Don't rush. You understand? It's important that you take your time. Like for example, you know that it is Zenkutu Danshi Kudambra Kamai, right?
Us.
You can say, Yoi, Zenkutu Danshi, Gedambarai, Kamai. Instead of going, Zenkutu Danshi Kudambra Kamai. I hope you follow.
Us.
The difference between that is Zenkutu Danshi Kudambra Kamai, Kamaite, you might make blunders, you might make mistake. But because you have already pronounced, it will be so clear that you made blunders. But if you take your time, Zenkutu Danshi, Yoi, Zenkutu Danshi, Gedambarai, Hajime. So you know that, okay, it's not supposed to be Hajime, it's supposed to be Kamai. You think about it before you announce. It is important. Your confidence is good, but be more relaxed. Yeah, don't tense. Your second try, very good. Second time you came, the first time you came out, you were not too relaxed, right?
Us.
But the second time it was better. So please take note. All right. Next person, Colley Hassan Oladipupo Senpai. Same thing there. Relax. Try to relax more and connect to the people you are talking with. The people you are talking to, try to connect. Okay? It is imperative that you connect with them. You said you're going to mention 5 things, and you are ending up mentioning 2 or 3 because of explanation. Don't be distracted by your explanation. Like for instance, you know that in Kyokushin, when you attend the class, there is 5 basic things that you should take home. Number 1 is health. Number 2 is body. Number 3 is the strengthening of the mind, the toughening of the mind. And number 4 is the discipline. The last but not the least is self-defense. So if you're explaining, don't be carried away by explanation and make you forget. Don't let that make you forget the rest of the things that you ought to have mentioned. Sorry?
The rest of the things I plan to say.
Yes, that you plan to say, yes, correct. So, but the second time that you came, it was good, all right, which, like, you've gained ground, that you're more confident, you're more relaxed, all right? So, Senpai Hussein, please try to work on that. All right, now we go to written test. We've done teaching this morning. We saw you teaching some children, and we see you quickly do reverse tomorrow, and then you present them what you taught them. They'll have to present it to us, and then now we are through for the oral test. Now we go to written. Now, general knowledge. Tell us the history of Kyokushin that you know. Who is the founder of Kyokushin? All right? Tell us about him. Why did he decide to establish Kyokushin? Why? And then tell us about IBUK. Who is the founder of IBUK? And tell us about your own organization, NKU. Who is the founder of NKU? And like that. Thank you. And after that, we'll move to the next, in which you write from your head. You write 9Q syllables there. You write 10Q, 9Q, 8Q. You write it down. You write it out. Are we following, please? All right, thank you.
So that should be taken with this.
Sorry?
We should respond to 10th, 9th, and 8th syllabus with this general knowledge question.
I'm coming. Yes, what's your question again?
You asked for us to write out the 10th Q syllabus, 9th Q syllabus, and 8th Q syllabus.
Yes.
Should we do that immediately after this?
After the
general knowledge question?
Yes.
All right,
it's still part of the general knowledge question. Other questions will come up as you finish that.
Understood.
Thank you. You have 30 minutes.